Corona, Corona, Corona. I was wondering how long it would be before you got to this one. Um, do you mean the virus itself and how awfully elegant it is?
Okay, all right. Let me rephrase it. Um, tell me, let's talk about how coronavirus has influenced design in Jamaica because we're seeing a lot of things being designed now as a result. Even the services have changed as a result of coronavirus.
All right, so let's talk about coronavirus. What has it caused us to design? Well, from the 10-foot ground level, I am loving what mask design is becoming. Very interesting to see the incredible birth of a cottage industry, literally overnight. It is an interesting study in citizen response. At the 1,000-foot level, I am finding the different approaches to ventilator design to be quite interesting. From Tesla to our own local people doing creative new thinking to solve this problem. It's quite interesting. On the 10,000-foot level, in the PC post-COVID era that is rapidly coming at us, we are seeing that though comical in some applications and romantic in others, responses that separate people who are strangers and connect people that are family or people who have a predisposed level of trust. I'm seeing different design responses that tackle those elements. Whether they're little cabins on the edge of a waterfront at a restaurant, or pool noodles that keep people at a cafe at safe distances. Just yesterday, I saw a simple approach to keeping people separate at parks by spraying white circles on the grass with the right distance apart. But beyond all this though, I would say urban city design at this 10,000-foot level is about to be revolutionized. Architecture is about to be revolutionized also. For example, how will we in Jamaica design spaces like BPO offices for high human capacity, yet with safe separation? That, my friend, is an incredible design problem to solve. I'd love to get my mind wrapped around that one.
All right. And closing off on the coronavirus topic, what can we learn about design from the coronavirus, in your opinion?
I love this question. What can we learn about design from the coronavirus? I'm going to repeat a phrase I used before, but it is ridiculously efficient and awfully elegant. For me, it actually fuels the conspiracy theory that this virus was designed, that it didn't naturally evolve, so to speak. It is that well thought out that sometimes I just have to wonder, this really seems to have an intelligent designer somewhere in the mix. I don't know. I mean, while of course that may not be the case, we can draw our own conclusions. But if the correct response is not done at the macro nationwide level, at the right time, the difference in the effect of the virus on a country varies from New Zealand, which is now corona-free, to Brazil, who they're just struggling with a ballooning amount of deaths and cases. New Zealand to Brazil, both in distance and mindset. Don't have the right response, you will suffer deep, dire consequences.
What 5 things would you like to see designers do in 2020?
Stepping away from COVID. What 5 things would I like to see designers do in 2020? What 5 things? To be more mindful of context, to be more mindful of the zeitgeist, meaning the spirit of the times, to be more empathetic to users, regardless of what your end user, who your end user is. That's what, 3? No, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's 3. 4. To not think that they are the be all and end all in solving problems. As much as we would like that to be the case, we don't want to have this Napoleon attitude where we are never wrong and we can't learn from someone who's not a designer. 5, to do research. Do more research. Be more mindful of the fact that there is knowledge out there that can help you with your design process and help you to come up with better solutions.
Nice. All right, great, awesome. All right. Do you have any advice for new designers?
Of course, I got advice for new designers. I got me some advice up in here. Anyway, be empathetic to users. Be mindful of their needs, wants, desires, where they're coming from, what kind of toothpaste they like to use. Do they like extra gravy on their oxtail? Do they want it on the rice? Or do they want it on the meat? That may sound like very off the center, way out field questions. But understanding your end user, creating user profiles is very important. As much more advice, number 2, I would say, as much as we might believe we carry the light of the future, we are nothing without being mindful of the end user. And I may sound like I'm repeating myself, but whether we are designing a product, an interface, or a business process workflow, we have to be sensitive to what is going on outside of our brains. Start with the end in mind. If you begin your designing with the resulting outcome always before you, your solution will be much closer to excellent, to the desired, to probably the perfect. Another thing for new designers, improve organization by using a project management tool you're comfortable with, whether it's Asana or Favro or Basecamp or, whatever it is, Todoist, find ways to automatically connect new work orders to go straight into your project management tool. If someone, instead of, WhatsApp me the order, WhatsApp me the request, or WhatsApp is not a project management tool, tap it. Do not use it as such. You will lose critical information in the flood of info. There's a product that I played with a little bit sometime in the past, and I'm looking deeper at it now. I'm using it a lot more now, and my clients are loving it. It's called Go Visually, and it's an online platform that helps you to track the changes a client wants. If you can get them to use that and not send edit requests via WhatsApp, believe you me, you are one step closer to design nirvana when it comes down to doing a better job of making changes. And you must have a website with your portfolio. Now, if you don't, stop listening to this and start now. Lastly, on that, never, ever, ever create a design option you are not ready to fall out of love with. If everything you do is something that you wish could be spread across the sky for everybody to see, you are going to become quite frustrated with designing. Yeah.
Yorkali, it was a pleasure having you on the show. You've given us a wealth and breadth of knowledge. And, we hope to see you continue contributing to the design arena in Jamaica or in the Caribbean for that matter. I want you to just leave us with your final words. What would you want to say to the persons listening today?
My final words are: stay hungry, stay foolish, always be curious. Because childlike curiosity is at the core of the design mind.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Yorkali, it was a pleasure having you here. Yorkali Walters, you can go to yorkali.com and look him up. He is a designer, thinker, visionary, educator. Lot to learn from this man. Next week, we are going to be, or I should say next podcast, we are going to be interviewing Kadir Martin, the robot maker. People call him this because he loves to 3D model robots. But beyond that, he is also a visionary. This is a man who we can see designing solutions for things even when nobody asks him to. Once he sees a problem and he figures he has a solution, he will design that solution and put it out there. And we want to take a closer look at his philosophy and his designs and talk to him about how he sees design playing a part in developing the Caribbean. All right, folks, until next time. See you then. Design shall save the world.